Hello, I'm back again. Been busy with my hairdryer, so what I've done, I've dried the acrylic using a hairdryer, and I have stuck down my illustrations. So this is my magic stuff. This is what makes using acrylics in your book okay. This stuff here, Liquitex matte gel, or gel matte, or whatever you like to call it. Now, it's not cheap, but I've had this pot forever, as you can see. I've got a new pot ready to use, but it just keeps going on and on and on. So I put a little bit on the page, stick down the illustration, and as you can see, it's quite thick stuff, and then I paint over it. And then when it dries, you've got this lovely matte feel to it. You can hear that, can't you? Which you can then paint over. You can use your pens, you can use crayons, pencils, anything will take to it. Well, I think so. You know, the stuff that I use takes to it. So that's what I would consider is the magic thing when you're doing pages and using acrylic as a base. That stuff saves it from sticking together, and then when you open it up again in a few months' time, it's all your lovely hard work's all stuck together and peeling onto the other side, which has happened to me quite a few times. But yeah, so that's what I like to use. So I'll show you here, look, what, you know, the little flap that I made. I've put some of the paper that we made earlier when I was doing the base onto the back of it to give it a little bit more stiffness. And those words that didn't look right on the actual page, I've got as a sort of secret bit. So I've popped them on there with a bit of glue stick, and then I'm going to go over with this to get rid of that shininess. It's off a magazine cover, this is. Gets rid of that shininess, and also allows me to colour over it or whatever, right over the top of it, embellish it, whatever. So I might get quite a bit on here because I might write some words in my secret flap. Ooh, my secret flap. I might write some words on here that are a little bit more secret words. So I've stuck the edge of that on there, just again with a bit of glue stick to hold that on. And I've put this down with the matte medium as well, and the little picture of the dandelion clock on there, and I've put some of the matte medium on that. So that just needs to dry, and then I can start embellishing my page with however I want to make it look pretty. So I will put a link to that, like a sort of, I don't know, I'll find a link where you can actually buy the stuff. I bought it from, I think it's Ken Bromley Art Supplies. Well, my dad actually treated me to it, bless him. He bought me a nice new paintbrush, and he bought me some more of this. So yeah, I'll put a link down at the bottom in the comments bit, you know, where you write a bit of stuff, so that if you want to get yourself some, you'll know which one it is that I use, because there's lots of different ones. And this is the one I like best. So my trusty Posca pens I'll probably use. I've got a gold one of those, and I've also, I'm thinking I could sort of wash over this with a little bit of watercolour, and I've got some sparkly ones somewhere. Do you like my paints, look? Got all my Cat Guardian stickers all over. Makes me happy. All right, let's get a bit of this on here. I know it's going to wet it, but it don't matter, does it? I'm thinking a bit of this dark, shimmery stuff. Because this paper takes quite well to this. Just sort of wash over it, so it's not as bright. It's more gold at the top. yeah, like that, sort of blended it into the page a little bit. I'm quite happy from the black and white illustrations to pop out, but it's nice, yeah, blended it in. Gorgeous. So I think here what I'd like, because it's a sort of starry theme, I think I'm gonna add some, ooh, this was on its way out by the looks of it. Add some little marks here, like a starry sky. The white always pops out really nice. I like it. So it's like she's got her eyes closed and she's looking inwards, but by looking inwards she's connecting to the universe and outwards. Do you like that? That was a bit deep, wasn't it? Right, and then I'm going to put some little stars around too, like this. Let's go over here as well, please. And what she's saying is, I don't see anything like this from our house. So they're obviously like enjoying the view, which I thought was quite a sweet one to put in. There. That's still a little bit wet. I think this might be the area where I put some words. I think. Yeah. So. Oh, no, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to put anything on her or not. That. I'm a bit of a border girl. I like putting borders on. As you can see, I don't care if it goes wobbly. It's not all about that. I don't know if I want anything else there. Could do with a little bit of black paint. I've got a scruffy brush in this bit, so it sort of blends it in with that white edge. There we go. Right, that'll do there. white again for, I want some like lines. Just not, I'm not worrying too much about where they are, just get these lines down. Fab. You see how easily the pen goes over that matte medium. Just a little bit wet, I think. And then using my, shall I use white? Yeah, bit of white here. Right. Bit of pencil crayon over this, just at the edges of it. Like a little aura, isn't it? Sometimes use chalk pastels as well, especially if I wanted to add some colour, but I don't want to add colour, I just wanted to add light to the edges of it. I feel like I'm sending my wishes out into the world. I'm going to do this. Now, do I go around the star as well? I think so. Give it a bit of... Star is always my favourite. I sort of, yeah, my card that comes up in the tarot, when it comes up, it always reminds me that there's always hope. I love that, that feeling that, you know, even when things are shit, there's still hope. Not that things are shit for me personally at the moment, but there's a lot of shit going off, isn't there? And you can only hope. Right. I think that's that there. This stuff does dry quite quickly, but it's still a bit tacky at the moment. But I think I'm going to put some words, possibly either using pencil crayon or using a Posca pen. I shall put some words all around this, you know, and on here. I want to decorate that. But one of the things that, it was Sarah who sent me an email, you know, she said, my pages don't look like they're buckled. Well, you know, they can buckle if you put a lot of paint on. If you put watercolour paint on, it can tend to buckle a little bit. But what I've found is I stick pages together, and I don't use you know, really wet glue. I usually use a glue stick or double-sided tape, so that you've got that flat page to help it stay flat, if you like. So I'm going to do this, and sometimes if I've got some words I want to get out, or you know, sometimes nasty swear words if I'm doing something that I want to process that's not so good, I do write in here, you know, horrible things, but also write nice things, but they're more secret stuff. And then basically just stick it down, and it gives your page a little bit more stability and more likely to stay flat. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with a bit of buckling, you know. You get buckling on most of the pages like that, which sometimes feels nice, but you don't want them buckling all over the place and ruining it. So stuck now. So, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. So stick this down. I don't always stick them down straight away. It depends what I'm doing on the next page. If I know what I'm doing and I want to be able to cut through or attach something, you know, I might leave it unstuck for a bit, so leave that one like that. So that's that one. See, nice and stuck down. Beautiful, beautiful. Just don't want that sticking on there like that. So I'm going to sit with this for a bit and contemplate on what I want to add to it. I think I'm definitely going to pop a few little gold sparkles near her eyes. Yeah, little gold highlights on there. Beautiful. Let's put there like that as well. Lovely. Yeah, I'm going to finish this flap off once that's dry, and I'll take some photos of it when it's finished and pop it on here to share with you a little illuminating grimoire spread to make me think about hope, because there is always hope. Don't forget that. Okay, thank you for watching.